Oh,
Energy!
Stop! You're making my contact go out. Holy shit. Hey, Trashlings!
Welcome back to another Love Island recap.
Yes! This one's big.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's a lot.
But before we get into this episode, make sure you guys subscribe down below, like, comment, share with your friends, and thank you so much to all our new subscribers. We love you guys.
We see you. Hello.
And I'm Avery.
Oh yeah, and I'm Carol.
All right, so week 5, you guys, we had emotional goodbyes and a lad's holiday.
AKA Casa Amor! My favorite. I love it.
But we have a lot to cover, a lot went down, so let's just get right into it. So last we left off, we still had beef between Toby, Hugo, and Chloe. Yeah, still a little beef underlying, and it was obvious, and it came through like during the challenges. There was a sports day challenge.
Yeah.
And Hugo was definitely making a little underhanded comments here and there towards Toby.
Winners win, losers lose. The game's the game. I know you like playing the game, boy.
And then even like Faye stirred the pot in there.
Of course.
Dude, Faye just needs to like I kind of relate to it because it's just like, you know, sometimes you just can't help like saying your 2 words because I'm sure she thinks it's funny and it's crack to her, but like it's just like, Faye, be quiet, like don't stir the pot.
So Faye's annoying me and getting under my skin because she's being that problematic person. So here's a clip of her stirring the pot per usual.
I'll take you, man. I'll take you this.
Oh.
I'm joking, guys. I'm joking.
So eventually everyone tells Toby to go apologize, and just like the little baby child he is, he goes and apologizes to Chloe, and they kind of like squash the beef.
Kind of hope like you know where you went wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't need to tell you that. Like I feel like you kind of realise.
Yeah.
So, honestly, like no hard feelings.
Whenever like I see Toby apologize, I'm just like, does he actually mean it? Does he understand why the apology is necessary? Or is he just like listening to what everyone says and what he should do? Not because he actually like means it.
It just comes off like he's like trying to like protect his image.
Yeah.
By the end of today's little recap though, I think Toby may have gotten it.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise! Another dumping! It was a public vote for 2 of the least favorite couples, and they were Faye and Teddy and Lucinda and Aaron.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Brad, I feel like
he
Brad
came out and trashed her.
Like got out of the villa and just started talking trash about Lucinda, and I don't think her image has like recovered since then, because I don't get it. Like, I'm fine with Lucinda, like I didn't expect her to leave, but I think the public just expected her to leave, and her like popularity never recovered after that, because I definitely seen around YouTube just like Brad just constantly talking trash.
Also, like, I guess we were the only 2 people on the planet that hated Brad. Like, everybody fucking loved Brad, so sorry. So unfortunately, Lucinda and Aaron went home, and I was really sad.
I was kind of bummed about it, Aaron.
Bro, I got tears in my eyes.
Lucinda and Aaron.
I had tears in my fucking eyes.
Yeah, Aaron was like an OG, and like they had finally were able to become a couple, and then as soon as that happened, like they were sent home. It was just like wah, wah, wah.
But they got to leave together, so
yeah, and they left together, so probably the best situation.
Yeah,
and you know,
is what it is, mate.
Is what it is.
And then, of course, sad boy Hugo. Aaron was his best mate. They were super close in the villa, and Aaron was pushing Hugo to try and see if there was anything there with Chloe. So in honor of his best mate, Aaron, Hugo went to go shoot a shot with Chloe, but unfortunately, she said, "You're a friend."
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah.
She friend zoned him pretty hard.
I just think what we've been through and like where I'm at, I just feel like for me, it wouldn't be romantic because of like how close we are.
Yeah.
It was okay though. Like, I think he kind of just wanted to see if there was anything there. And when she said no, he was like, it wasn't like the end of the world.
Yeah.
Poor Hugo. But then Casa Amor, baby.
Casa Amor.
Yeah. Oh my God. I've been waiting for this for 5 fucking weeks, bro.
New boys. New girls.
The boys sneak off to the lads' holiday at Casa Amor, and where we meet our 6 new Casa Amor ladies. So we have Clarice, Lily, Amy, Kayla, Salma, and Mary. And you know, the boys were ready to get to know these ladies. Like,
shit, I was ready to get to know these ladies. They were all hot. I was like, good job casting.
But then back at the Love Island Villa, the girls meet 6 new boys: Dale, Jack, Maddie, Harry, Matthew, and Sam. And right away, the girls were closed off, besides Chloe, because like all the girls like are kind of happy with the dudes they're with right now. So like there wasn't much going on back at the OG villa, like with the girls right away.
Right away, you could tell that there were very different energies at Casa Amor than the original Love Island villa. The boys were ready to party. They were ready to get down on their lads' holiday. Meanwhile, the girls were closed off, really sad. The boys left, and they were really standoffish, and some of them might have even said that they were even sort of rude to the new boys because they were ready to stay loyal and committed to their men. On the first night of Lad's Holiday, the boys played the steamiest game of Truth or Dare I've ever witnessed.
Dude, snogs going all around,
Lap
toe-sucking, lap dances, like literally looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, honestly, it seemed like a vibe.
But it was definitely a really steamy game of Truth or Dare.
It would be one I wouldn't want my boyfriend to be a part of.
No.
Meanwhile, the girls were playing the most boring, awkward, sad game of Never Have I Ever, like, in existence.
Never have I ever cheated on a partner.
Oh, Chloe.
Yeah, it
So-
was so, like, tragic.
But can we just say how the producers carefully created the biggest bomb and decided to blow this shit up?
So, like, 2 days into, like, the Casa Amor separation thing, the producers had some covert pics taken of the boys in various situations and put it on a postcard and sent it to the girls.
Fucking way.
Oh, they're literally. You got 4 boys who are snogging right here.
Just seeing a Snapchat story of just, like,
like, curious.
So, cue the drama.
Oh my God, this was serious drama. This was, wow. The Casa Amor drama, there is so much, guys, that to go over. So we figured that the best way to do this is to go by couples and just kind of break down who was doing what, where, and how.
Amor, yeah.
Jake and Liberty, the boyfriend and girlfriend of the villa, are separated. Jake is behaving himself, however, choosing to live very vicariously through his lads, okay? He's stirring the pot, encouraging the boys to, despite some of them being in fairly close couples, not official like he and Liberty, but pretty close couples, to go and explore things with these new hot girls, to go get tested to see if they pass.
You boys are all single men. None of you have a label on you.
Jake was giving a lot of YOLO energy, and he definitely wanted everyone to be on his level.
If I was in your shoes, the LC living that, I'd be thinking, fuck it, if I've got something better, I want to, you know what I mean? I'm going to chat to him and get to know him a bit more, and it's a lifetime opportunity, do you know what I mean? This is once a lifetime.
Yeah, I felt like he, like, couldn't go out and, like, flirt and make out with other girls, so he's like, he wanted, like, everyone else to do it.
Yes.
But it's just like, come on, Jake. Like, there's always, like, that one, like, level-headed guy in Casa Amor, and I feel like this season was missing that because Aaron got sent home.
This is why we needed Aaron. It's
Because
not okay.
I feel like Jake is definitely like, go, you know, you gotta get tested. He's he believes he's the test guy. He wants tests. It was just frustrating to me to see like Jake just like tell like every other boy in this villa to just be like, go for it. You gotta go get tested. You gotta go talk to the girl. You gotta test it out. It's just like, Jake, like, come on. Like, why are you being like a pusher? Like, instigator, I felt like, you know, like he wasn't like, I don't know. I just didn't like how Jake was behaving.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Liberty was Lib. Good old, sweet, wonderful, iconic Lib. She was good. She was loyal. She was the perfect sweet girlfriend. I mean, the bitch fell backwards. She gave a death drop going onto the ground during a challenge because she just didn't want to lean into a snog so much that she fell back.
14, 15.
She is an icon for wifeys around the world, for real.
Yeah. Then we have Teddy and Faye. And this one was hard to watch. Oh, it was so dicey. You know, Teddy at the start was like getting heavily grafted by Miss Clarice, okay? But however, Teddy was feeling guilty like the whole time.
Did you feel a bit guilty when you had a kiss her? You felt
fucking guilty as fuck.
And he decides like Faye is his lady and he stays loyal to her. And he sleeps on the daybed with Jake for like the whole time. All 4 days he slept on the daybed, like just like wanting to get back to Faye.
What are you saying then?
Well, from my point of view, in my mind, if I was to go back into that villa and I had to choose someone, would be Faye.
But meanwhile, Faye was loyal for like the first 2 days, but the postcard showed Teddy kissing a girl what looked like out of a challenge situation because it was evening time, right?
Yeah, he was kissing Clarice during the first night Truth or Dare.
And right away, of course, Faye lost her head.
I'm putting my walking bikini back on and I'm walking back into this villa as a new badass bitch.
Good.
Yeah!
And immediately says, screw Teddy, and not knowing the whole situation, and then grafts up Sam, moving him into her bed.
Girl read the headline. She didn't read the article.
Yeah.
Toby and Abby. Every single time I think about Toby, he just makes me laugh. Like, surprise, surprise! Toby immediately turns his head to the first girl that gives him attention, Miss Mary, who is very beautiful.
I'm glad that we've agreed on the sleeping arrangements. I'm glad.
Okay, we'll see what happens in bed. We'll see what happens in bed.
Yeah.
But Abby, on the other hand, despite the postcard, says she doesn't know the whole situation and that she's going to stick by Toby because that's what she wants.
Well, I'm 100% going to stick with Toby because at the end of the day, that's what I want. But yeah,
You beautiful, gorgeous fool.
Yeah, and her reasoning was like, we had to fight so hard to like get where we are, and she's like, I want to like be with him.
Yeah.
And we had to fight so hard, so hopefully like this woman. Like,
don't get me wrong, like I respect the hell out of that. Because it's not her that I think is like stupid. I mean, I think like if I were her or the girls around her, I would have been like maybe Kaz or Chloe should have stepped up and been like, girl, this isn't going to be good. But she stuck by her man.
And yeah. Hugo and Chloe, our boy Hugo.
Yes.
You know, he had a slow start in Casa Amor, which had us worried, and we're just like punching the TV but he managed to turn things around with Miss Amy, and finally, a girl who he's really into is into him as well, and it's just like finally.
What is your biggest turn on?
Yeah.
That was sick.
Was it smooth?
Yeah.
What about this?
I think that she like is realizing he's a nice guy, and is actually like, instead of some girls who are like, nice guy, I don't want to date that guy.
Yeah.
She's like, this guy's actually like really nice. Let me go for that. It's different than what I usually do. I feel comfortable around him, you know, and I feel like she's giving him a chance, and they're like, it seems like they're really vibing, connecting. So I'm really happy for Hugo. Like finally he gets a girl, and hopefully it sticks. So then Chloe, seeing the postcard, she eyes Dale, and she hates his chains, but loves his personality. I love Chloe. Like, she always just tells it how it is. She doesn't hold back with her opinion, and not in like a kind of like a frustrating Faye way, but just in like, it's just funny to me. She's hilarious.
You haven't got your chains on.
Nah, because I was
It's a good look. I'm actually here for it without the bling.
Really?
Yeah, see all your tattoos. Very nice.
But in an interesting turn of events, Dale reveals that he just wants to keep it friendly with her, so she, the only single girl, like at the time, gets pied off.
This whole situation honestly gave me whiplash. I was like, they were like really vibing, and then all of a sudden like they were talking, and then he's like, so yeah, just friends, and she was just like, she did not see that coming.
No, she did not.
I didn't see it coming. I was like, okay, weird turn of events.
Yeah.
Who goes on Love Island, ends up on Friend Island, is a single girl in Casa Amor, and gets fucking pied.
Tyler and Kaz. Tyler and Kaz were like early days. I think they had like 4 days together back in the Love Island villa. But like things seemed like they were going really well between Tyler and Kaz. And Tyler, I mean, it was early days, so Tyler was getting to know people and was open to that, but still very much had his mind on Kaz. However, once Teddy wasn't giving Miss Clarice the attention or the time of day after the first night, she sauntered off to Tyler, and oh boy, he and Miss Clarice really started to hit it off, and he was like, Kaz who? So back at the Love Island villa, Kaz saw on the postcard a photo of Clarice and Tyler macking out in bed, and it was not good.
At the worst, I thought Ty would maybe share a bed with someone, but I didn't think he'd cuddle anyone. I didn't think he'd kiss anyone, no.
That was actually probably the hardest one
That was
out
probably
of all of them.
the worst one out of all of them. It was pretty damning.
Yeah, it was really hard for her because though the time they had spent together was short, she was really starting to like this guy. And also, let's not forget that Kaz's journey in here hasn't necessarily been the smoothest.
And when he came into the villa, he came in there and started grafting on her right away.
Yeah, he went in there for her.
Maybe there wasn't enough tests in there for him, but like...
So Miss Kaz did what all ladies do. She went and cried it out and then came back in and was like, I'm gonna do my makeup and I got all these boys out here, so I'm gonna get to it. And she bounced back. Nice guy Matthew, aka Michael Phelps, was able
just like Michael Phelps, yeah.
Yeah, was able to sweep sad Kaz off her feet. So yeah, this one really hurts right here.
Yeah, so
oh my god, I hate it.
Liam and Millie, this one was tough. Those two weren't official yet, but it was certainly like heading in that direction. And Millie even packed her like Sagittarius necklace in Liam's suitcase.
Now I know what you're thinking. Okay. But like to her, that necklace meant a lot. It was her staple. She wore it every day.
Yeah,
so
for real.
For her to pack that into his suitcase, when he got it, he was like touched. He was like, that's like
It's
I
like,
really
hey,
like
I'm trusting you with my very important things, so I want to trust you with my freaking heart too, man.
Oh, what is it?
She put on the
Oh my god, that's massive. Oh my god. You won't wear it.
I can sleep outside.
Liam had Millie in his head the whole time, but the thing was, her twin, Lily, was also in Casa Amor, turning this into the most
epic soap opera
ever. Yeah, and right away, Lily really caught Liam's eye, and he even started sharing a bed with her from the first night.
And on the postcard, it was them sharing a bed, but they were sleeping back to back.
But like, Liam was definitely super attracted to Lily, and the temptation was really strong for him. He was like, he just didn't know what to do. He was like, so like jumbled in his head. But the thing was, they started sharing snogs outside of challenges. Liam finally fell to temptation and decided to kiss Lily. And,
his reasoning was, will the kiss elicit feelings I feel when I kiss Millie?
These tests, man. These tests! I never knew these were such it's such scholars in the fucking villa.
Yeah,
they want to take tests.
They love academics in there, for sure.
You know, Liam was feeling his heart was with Millie, but his head was on Lily, and
I think we know which head we're talking about right now.
And Liam was seeking guidance from all the boys, which was honestly the worst thing ever. Because Jake and all the lads was it's okay, you need to be tested, you need to make sure what you have with Millie is real, and it's just
man, it's a lad's holiday, mate, do you know what I mean?
If I'm gonna look at us, I'm not kissing her to find out, I'm gonna kiss her because I want to kiss her. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly that way, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, what made me so mad was when Jake found out that Liam was had kissed Lily, and he was so shocked, and it's why are you so shocked?
You pushed him to.
You're pushing him to explore things and test and this and that.
Shit. Oh no, I wouldn't want to be in his issues, bless him.
Have you not been egging him on this whole time? Yes, it is down to the end of the day, it was Liam's decision to do that, though. He doesn't have an excuse of taking bad advice because he should know what to actually do.
Right.
You know.
Millie, on the other hand, poor girl. She's getting eaten alive on the daybeds, risking malaria for this man, and missing Liam like crazy and just staying loyal. I mean, again, she saw the picture of Liam in bed with this other girl, sleeping back to back, and she didn't jump the gun. Obviously, it stung and it brought out her trust issues with guys from the past, but she was just really hoping that Liam would stay loyal to her.
I see what you two have, and I feel like it's not going to be broken.
So after Casa Amor, after a couple days of being apart, it was time for the recoupling, and there were a lot of changes. Chloe partners up with Dale. Despite being pied off, she had the best connection with him, and so rather than being single, she brought him into the villa. But Hugo obviously returned with Miss Amy, and everyone was super stoked for him to finally have someone. It was awesome. It was a really awesome welcoming. Abby decides to stick with Toby because that's what she wanted. But Mr. Toby walked in hand with Miss Mary Mac, and right away he knew he fucked up. His face. I guess he just really was not expecting Abby to be standing there waiting for them. I mean, his face was priceless.
Yeah, he was shocked. And to be fair, I mean, they only got to, knew each other for 3 days, but it's just Toby, you look so dumb. Every time you do this, he knows he just looks worse and worse. It was so funny though.
Yeah.
So then Jake and Liberty were reunited, and it was really sweet.
Honey, I'm home!
And then Kaz couples up with Matthew, and Tyler walks in with Clarice. And it almost seems like Tyler is a bit jealous, but he says he's happy for her. And then the postcard gets addressed then and there. This is a really tense recoupling because obviously the girls have that fucking postcard
that the boys don't know about.
Yeah, that they don't know about, and Kaz calls him out about the kiss, and he's caught, and that was what it was.
You still recoupled though, didn't you?
Yeah, why did you recouple? I saw a picture of you kissing another girl, Ty. That's why I recoupled. That was basically my green light to go.
Then we get to Miss Faye, and she recouples with Sam, and Jesus take the wheel. It was rough. It was especially rough because I think everyone else, the audience knows the truth, but she obviously didn't know the truth, and she was basing her decisions on essentially misinformation. So Teddy walks in alone, holding her stuffed dog to give her when they are reunited. And oh my God, to say the least, Teddy was heartbroken.
Oh, so bad.
He was so upset, I think, also because
at one point he looked like he was about to cry.
Yeah, and I think he was also frustrated because he completely closed himself off to getting to know anyone else, and I think he thought that they were much stronger, and obviously he didn't know about the postcard, which Faye then brought up, making herself look so dumb because she just didn't know the context, and he was just I think he was shell-shocked.
Forget about a kiss? Did you forget about a kiss?
In a game?
Did you forget about a kiss? Oh, I don't know.
If a dare's worth more than my feelings, then
Yeah, you don't know that, do you?
okay, good.
It was just like really embarrassing and cringe because she was like being really sassy, and I mean, to be honest, the producers did her dirty.
Dude, the producers did her so dirty because like everyone knew like that Faye was definitely self-conscious. She hasn't trusted anyone and had a lot of walls up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like,
was this like a lesson about her jumping the gun and keeping her guard up?
I mean, they were definitely like playing on her trust issues to like probably get some, interesting situations for the show.
Right. And then last but not least, Millie, sweet baby girl, sticks by her man, Liam, and is very anxious for his return. Girl, we all were anxious because, to be honest with you, I did not know if he was gonna bring Lily back or not. He walked in alone, he didn't bring Lily back, and
which was shocking to me. I almost thought that he was going to.
Yeah, I really did think that he was going to. Their reunion was very sweet, right? But it was hard because it seemed like an act. But there was so much Millie. I mean, there was so much the audience. There was so much that even some people sitting around that fire knew what happened. And it just felt gross.
Well, it was kind of like the whole like Amy Curtis reunion.
Right.
When she was so happy he came back, but like she didn't know what he was thinking at all.
Yeah.
So it was just like, oh, this is so horrible to watch because like she was so happy and like obviously like there was a hammer about to fall.
Yeah. You think, okay, well, they're reunited. They're going to have that conversation later. No, because the producers said send in the 3 girls not picked from Casa Amor, Lily included. And Miss Lily, she spilled the tea. Oh, God.
It was scalding.
It was shocking and brutal, and my heart went out to Millie. Here's the clip.
I feel like I had a good connection the second I got in there, and I feel like it was very reciprocated, very 50-50.
Who did you have a connection with?
Liam.
Basically, Lily's spilling all this tea, and Millie wants answers right then and there. Liam's like in front of everybody, and she's like, why fucking not?
Clearly wanted her when I weren't there, though. What the fuck?
It wasn't like that.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, it was not a pretty situation. So, which leads us into everybody is coupled up. We say goodbye to the Casa Amor and new people that were not chosen, and we
dealing with the fallout.
Yeah, and now
Casa Amor.
we end the week with the fallout.
Of course, we end the week with Millie being absolutely heartbroken,
sobbing
mess. Liam is scared shitless that he messed up so bad. And, he was giving romance novel fuckboy vibes, saying that he wasn't going to give up on her and that he was going to do whatever it took to be with her. And, obviously Millie feels like she can't trust him now. And, like, there was, like, this really heartbreaking moment where she's like,
I thought that I'd found something special. Now he's ruined it. The specialness of it is gone.
I just want to say, like, Love Island is a reality TV show, but it's moments like these that reminds me that, like, sometimes, like, these people are really just people.
Yeah,
and, like, just to see
people.
Millie this heartbroken truly was, like, ugh, it was hard to watch.
That's kind of like the same thing how I feel with Faye. It's like, Faye tries to, like, defend herself, but, like, while doing that, she realizes what she did was wrong. I don't know if that's what she realizes, but, like, because it ended with her kind of just crying and kind of like realizing like she didn't know the context and she like hurt Teddy.
It almost seemed like she was realizing that, again, probably because of these walls and trust issues, that she probably just sabotaged like a really good thing.
I saw that and my guard just went straight up straight away because that's the shit I'm used to seeing.
But you're not the only one that let your guard down, Faye.
Can we take a moment to say like, Teddy, we're sorry?
Yeah,
like,
for real. Like, I was so suspicious of him because, again, we just didn't see him a lot. And, like, we were legitimately, like, doubting this man because he was just, like, so perfect and wonderful that we were just like, is it real? Is it an act? And, like, I don't think so. I think this guy literally is, like, just, like, so, like, wonderful.
Yeah, and I feel like the producers really just, like, played on Faye's emotions because they knew they could get the rise out of her. And, like, that's, like, I don't know how I feel about that, but it's just like
It's
her decision, like how she handled that, but like it was definitely manipulation from the producers that kind of like how they ended up in that situation. 100%.
Toby, my best friend, man. He's my bestie. He realized very quickly that he was trash.
It was actually comical.
Fuck. I'm a bad person. It's just... You can't keep doing this shit.
Honestly, growth? Abby and him have a conversation. Abby straight up asks him, like, what do you want? So I know what I have to do moving forward. And he says that he likes Mary, but he also likes her. You know, all the dude wants is good vibes and to have no regrets. I mean, is that too much to ask for Mr. Toby? I hope he gets it. And finally, we're gonna end today's show with Mug of the Week. And this one was a really hard decision, and we had a lot of great candidates.
Yeah, there's so many.
But we settled on one because just the others, after a lot of deliberation, we felt like Liam was the one who made the cut. Because he gambled on something really beautiful, really solid, and really amazing that he had built with Millie. And he shouldn't have. He should not have gambled on that. Like, that was ridiculous. But what really sealed the deal, because at the end of the day, like, they are not exclusive and yada, 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 test. You know, what's wrong, what's right. It's not necessarily that had us being like, he's the Mug of the Week.
Yeah.
It was the way that he came back. It was the way that he put his arm around Millie and said all those wonderful, sweet things up there. And despite us knowing exactly what he did, and so Liam is our Mug of the Week. I mean, I don't know if I can necessarily expect Liam to come out and be like, Millie, baby, this is what I did. Right then and there, you know, I didn't know if it was going to be like he's going to have the chat later, but he was just, the way he was acting was like as if nothing had happened. When he was asked how was Casa Amor, he just said,
yeah, the time at Casa was, you know, we had a great time with the lads.
Like, that sounds like a cheater to me. Like, that sounds like something a cheater would say, like, after having a wild weekend.
He definitely, like, led Millie on in the recoupling that nothing bad had happened, and, you know, that was not the case.
Yeah.
So, that's why he's the Mug of the Week.
Yeah. That was Love Island week 5.
Yeah, what were your thoughts on Casa Amor?
Yeah, I definitely would love to have continuous and extensive chats about Casa Amor because I have got to see how this pans out. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'm burping. Don't forget to check out all our links down below. We've got a lot of new videos and reacts coming up, so guys, make sure to pop down below any movies or TV shows you guys want us to check out. We probably have a couple that you've requested coming out very soon, so stay tuned for that. And the best way you can do that is by what?
Subscribing.
Nailed it.